So like, I'm not gonna say.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say because it's real, man. They're like a praying mantis. They go down there like a fucking praying mantis, and they just
snatch them up.
just snatch those
I believe that.
junked out tramps, whirl them up to their eagle's nest,
Hi.
shove their pussy down.
I believe there's almost nothing I won't believe as far as that goes, because to give people like that, I think there's like that probably provides some type of release and like a connection to something that is they've lost a long time ago. Having something like that. Yeah, because we figured out how else is going to be. Everything is.
Well, here's what it is. It's for the psychology of people just coming into Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
It's really a sad, generally a very
Super
sad
sad.
psychology.
Especially by that way.
If by bus, and especially if they're like already have the tattoos and already think instead of coming in with some humility as you should come in any situation,
Coming
in
sizzling.
with this sizzling, ready to
They're
go.
sizzling.
You're gonna take over the town.
That's such good words to read.
Yeah,
Oh, my eyes are so good.
yeah. You know you.
Oh,
Yeah, you feel like.
my dick's such a big wrangle dangle.
Yeah, exactly. And you come here like that, and if you're a girl or guy, there are, in the same way in every other aspect of nature, there are predatory beings that prowl
Oh, yeah.
the streets.
They're called agents.
Agents are, not really, no.
No,
There's
not.
low-level bullshit
Yeah,
agents.
that's what I mean.
The true creeps, like, they will, I've seen it happen, man.
See, I feel so lucky. I've never once had to deal with anything like that. I mean, for some reason, it's obvious that I don't like put myself in that situation, but yeah, I don't feel like I've ever had to. I feel blissfully unaware of that whole end of things, but I see it every once in a while. You see it like a friend of mine got some book given to her by some guy at a gas station, and it was like a self-published book. It's like a very like Bukowski, John Fante style, right?
Yeah.
And it's that thing, it's like that same thing where everything's out. Like the cover art is like Japan, it's fucking shit. Like, like I'm the next James Dean, I know it.
Sure.
It's that, and it's like you can tell, like, you can smell the desperation where if you were just smart enough to tell that guy the right couple of things, you do it.
You do it.
But if you just threw a couple compliments in his way.
There's people, it's like, they're like, in Big Bear, there's mountain lions that live up at the highest altitudes, and you don't really see them because they hang out there in the highest altitudes and they just eat whatever the fuck they eat up there. In the same way, out here, there's these old tattered beings
Oh,
that
they're
live up
crusty.
in the high altitudes, and from time to time, they feel that old feeling in their stomach. Oh, what is that?
I think I'll go out and get me a little meat.
Yeah, I think it's time to go hunting. And then they go down from their fucking perch in the hills of Hollywood, going down to the bus stops, bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's when they find it too. They're at the gas station in their fucking Maserati, and that guy gives them this fucking book, and they're like,
They can smell it.
this poetry is beautiful. What's your name again? James? It isn't James. I knew James Dean, you see, and for a second I thought you were James Dean.
Yeah. I'm so old, I just forgot the way things are nowadays. No one writes true art. Do you like art? You do. Remember that part of Midnight Cowboy? The preacher guy? It's like, Joe Buck, you got a strong back, boy, because you're gonna need it. He's like a creep. That movie's so good.
That movie is fucking creepy, man, but that's...
Yeah, it's that guy.
So then that fucking dude with his fucking forms, all of a sudden he's in a Maserati, and all of a sudden he's like, listen, no matter what, you're gonna be a star. You know it? I know it. Listen, I know it's tough. Where are you staying? And the kid will be like, oh, I'm staying on Melrose and La Brea. Oh, you shouldn't stay in a place like that. You're an actor. Listen, stay in my guest house. You gotta stretch out. You gotta stretch out. Come on. We're gonna go up. You're gonna stay in my guest house. I live next to Tommy Lee Jones. He's gonna give you a couple of classes.
Do you like him?
Do you like him? Next thing you know, you're up in the fucking hills.
You like him? Oh, wow. No one likes him.
Now you've got just enough time to fucking text your mom. you know, somewhere in the ride, you're texting family members already, like, get ready, I've made it, this is happening, I'm spotted by this guy.
Checks are in the mail, baby.
Checks are in the mail. And then you're just fucking getting all this blow and heroin shoved down your throat. And next thing you know, you're just getting mouth fucked by a group of guys in penguin outfits or whatever the hell they're doing up there these days. We don't know what they're doing, but
No, I don't think.
that's the path.
The closest thing I had to that happen to me was a guy in a bar in London. An old perv. He petted my hair. I heavily petted it, and then he said to some guy, I want your nice, fine, stable of fillies here. He said it wrong because we're not fillies, right? We're mares. Or how does it work?
You'd be a Philly,
Were
baby.
we a filly? I thought it was the other way around. No.
Aren't mares? You're a Philly.
Okay, so he said that, and that was like, I felt the creep. I felt like the creep so deep,
You know,
such a deep creep.
I was in fucking, Santa Monica, and, I can remember I was standing at a bar in Santa Monica. I'd gone in there to get a beer by myself for some weird reason. Not a weird reason, probably wanted to, like, see if there were any girls there. Who knows, a very long time ago, before I became an old man. But there's a guy standing next to me, and I barely been talking to this guy. And he's like, come on, let's get out of here.
Oh man.
And then he like pushes against my leg, and he's got like a semi-erect dick. Like I felt his dick push into my leg. And at that moment I realized like any illusion that I ever had when I had a semi-erect dick and accidentally brushed a girl, like at any time we were making out, like they definitely know your cock's ours. You know? Like you can't hide that. It was fucking the weirdest feeling to feel that like sudden like thing.
So where'd you guys go?
We just fucked in this car.
So where'd you go?
You know, man, but with this, like, do you think with the stuff that's happening with, like, gay marriage and, like, gay people are going to soon be allowed to get married and it's, you know, a couple generations, it's going to, do you think everybody's just going to be kind of bisexual in about 2 generations?
No. Do you think so? I don't think so.
Well, man, I don't know. I don't know, because it's going to be, like, you know how, like...
It's a sliding scale with everyone.
So we go back to the closest thing we have to compare it to what's happening now, which is the
Greeks?
no, not the Greeks, the fucking segregation.
Oh,
Even though
right,
it's
very
different.
different,
It's
right.
very different in the sense that the shit black people endured was a million times worse than
Yeah.
what gay people are enduring right now
Right.
culturally, because black people are getting hung fucking meat. Like, but gay people have had
Still,
that to a degree, but not to the mass